going to grab what do we call you, Mom? What's your name?
You can call me crazy or Mom. It doesn't matter. A lot of people call me Mom. It just depends on what you're comfortable with. Some people don't want to call me crazy, but it's okay. I get that too.
Okay. Okay. Well, everybody, this is Jeff Eichen here, and you already know my slogan. And this is Jeff Eichen again and again and again to help to provide the knowledge and the wisdom and make the noise a little bit noisier. Hang on just a minute, everybody. Hello. Hang on, everybody. It's an important call. Yes. I'm online live. You're on live TV right now. You're calling me in the middle of my TV show. There is no downgrade. You have to wipe the system. So that was a bad mistake to try to downgrade. So give me a call in a couple hours, and I will go from there. Bye bye. Okay, that's the operating system lady, and we had to keep an eye on her because we're talking about getting prisoners out of jail on our show every week and everything. So sorry for the live moment, but it's my show. I can do what I want. So I'm really excited to have Crazy Mom in here now, Crazy Pot Mom. And so welcome. I'm glad to meet you. Where are you?
I'm in Canada, Ontario.
All the way on the other side. It looks like a beautiful day, though.
Yes, it is. It's clouded over, but it's really nice and warm, and it's a good time to like trim a plant. So.
Oh, so you can get on the trampoline.
Are trimming my weed plants because they are much bigger than I am.
Oh, wow. That's beautiful. My plants are teeny this year. I don't know why, and I'm feeding them. And so I haven't had the magic this year, but that's okay. I got plenty of people around me that have plenty of, stash. But so everybody, today we're going to hopefully get a few more watchers in on here. And we're going to actually, today is Movie Weeds Day. Do you have a quote from Breezy that you were supposed to read us today?
Hold on a second. So get ready for it because it's really, really long. Unlike his.
Okay.
Escape ordinary. That's what it is. Escape the ordinary.
That's what we do every day. We're escaping the ordinary.
It's like, oh, that one's brilliant. I love it.
And who is the author of that?
It does not say. I wish it did.
Okay. Well, are you going to hang with us for the 1 hour show?
I am. I'm going to support
okay.
Here, and I'm going to
support
all used. It
so
me when I was 10.
So we're really blessed to have you.
I can explain my story later if you want, to why it affected me so dearly.
Well, let's do it right now before we get the movie, because we're gonna watch my movie today, and that's an epic thing. I only watch my movie once or twice a year, and I did a shortcut, and so it's only 39 minutes instead of an hour. So tell us a little bit about your legacy with 420 and how it saved your life.
Yeah. Okay. So before it even did anything for me, I was in the predicament of what you guys are in, where it was like it stopped your life, So when I was 10, I went to go to Florida with my brother, and at 10, I felt really little and really tiny. If you know how tiny I am now, I felt a little bit tinier, So I was scared even when I was with my brother. Well, when we got to the crossing of the border and going over, like, to go on the airplane, they told him he couldn't go. And I couldn't understand why they wouldn't let my brother go with his sister to go see their dad. And then I found out it was because he got caught with marijuana. So it started for me pretty early because that was just something that happened in our household. They just smoked weed. That's what my brother and his friends did. It was no big deal until the airport. And then they took my brother away and made me get on an airplane by myself. And I was just talking to my sister about it. And I was like, you want to bet that that's why I don't go anywhere? I don't travel anymore because I'm afraid that I'll get somewhere and they'll take my travel partner away from me. So yeah, I've got huge trauma from that, and it's still affecting me 30 years later.
And tell me about the medicine. Is
The medicine part, we started because of our pain. Like, first of all, it started because of not being able to leave my house with my kids. Because I had like 3 at the time. I ended up with 4, but I had 3 at the time. And I didn't want to leave the house. Ever. And I was like, I'm going to be one of those shut-ins. So we just started going to the parks with the kids. And then I found marijuana too. And I was like, okay, that helps me go to the park with the kids. I don't think about it all the time before I got to go. I don't stew over it. And then I started to realize that now I was smoking my weed and then I was going out without thinking about it. And I was able to go to the grocery store and not have, the anxiety. I've lived with anxiety my whole life.
So cannabis calmed you down and helped you with your anxiety?
As long as I don't smoke sativa, absolutely.
So indica is your fave.
It means so paranoid. Like I will be jumping all over the place. I will jump when somebody walks around the corner. I will jump if a pin falls on the floor. Yeah, sativa just does something to me. But when you find what works, you stick with it. So I'm in indica world, and that's where I stay.
Well, everybody, we're with Crazy Mom today. Give us read us the quote again from today.
Escape the ordinary.
Escape
and I just love that. It's so simple, but it's such a big statement.
Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can put it up.
Because Solo wanted me to, I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I do for art before you go and show your movie. This is my painting.
Oh, beautiful.
And then I started doing records the other day, like vinyl records.
Oh, nice.
I'm not very good at that.
Is that paint that you flow on with a straw?
It's acrylic paint, so sometimes I put it in the cup, all different colors, and pour it, or like a bunch of different cups and put them down, then just mix it around. There's a bunch of different ways, but it's called pour painting. So nothing is ever the same as the other one. You can't replicate that.
My friend Rodimus, who was a childhood actor of long ago, he is actually Grasshopper from Kung Fu, the series many, many years ago. He was just talking to me, helping me tech support my microphone here. And he said to me, I mean, he didn't say to me, his father invented spin art.
No way.
His father
That's freaking awesome. Done that with my stuff. Yeah.
His father invented spin art. You can go buy a $2 record player and put your albums on there and start dropping your paints on there at 78.
Yeah. Wow. That's awesome that you know someone like that. That's so cool.
Hang on, I got Ohio calling in this time. Hello? Ohio? Okay. Yes, who is it? Who is this? So the idea is that today we're going to be watching our film. Do you show us some more art?
I'm outside, so I just brought out a few pieces.
Who's that in the corner standing on the chair? Who's that in the corner standing on the chair? I see somebody in the corner.
It's my sister. You're not supposed to see her technically. She's not really here. She's like, every time I turn around, you're on a live show, and I'm always there.
Hey. Well, we're blessed to have you. And what do you have to say to the prisoners that are in jail for marijuana?
That it's ridiculous, and that I wish y'all had the freedom that I feel when I'm able to be doing this on the side. You know, like I have my medical card to make sure that I'm safe, but I mean, I still have the freedom to walk down the street and smoke my joint and not get in trouble. And I feel like that should be everybody's world. Like they've proven in the States that almost everybody's on board. So why can't the rest of them just freaking get there? I don't understand. So I feel horrible that, like, the one guy you said was in there for 42 years still right now, right? Like, that's insanity. I couldn't even imagine what they go through. And I still need to write the letter. Oh man, I still need to write the letter.
Well, you write the letter. I'll give you the address, and we'll get it to to the government. We'll get it to the commissary so the prisoners can read it and all that stuff.
I've been to the page and everything, and it is super simple to go do that. I watched somebody walk us through it the other day because you guys aren't the only ones that I'm watching and helping out with this prisoner project.
Mm-hmm.
I have a necklace being donated, hoping to get funds and stuff like that towards getting them out. Like, they all need help getting out. They all need lawyers. If you've been in jail that long, you don't have money, and you probably don't have a lot of people that are handing you money after that many years. So they need the help still.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if I can get Natasha to come on. Okay. So we are going to, everybody, we are going to start our film here. It's a really beautiful thing, but first we're going to have our intro here. So I'm going to share my screen with everybody here. I'm going to share my screen. Boom. Boom. And then we are going to go to our quick time here and play our intro. Hello, everybody. It's Jeffrey, and behind the scenes, here comes Hemp Parade. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we have a Weedsday today. It's movie day, movie Wednesday, and we're going to show my movie, the condensed version today. And here is the classic poster that I condensed here for our condensed version of Lifers Madness, the movie. So enjoy your Weedsday. It's my pleasure to bring that to you every day. And all you prisoners that are still in jail for POT, for weed, for this plant here, please know that we're coming for you. And we love you so much. And you can read my t-shirt, and I don't have to say any more. So happy Weedsday. Hemp, hooray. And we are brave, and we are happy that we can be the word of reason. So everybody listen to everybody today, and just hug your children, your animals, your plants, and know that we're coming for you, all prisoners. Hemp, hooray. Thanks for joining us, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen. We got Crazy Mom today. We're going to watch my movie. I'm excited.
Brittany Griner should be with their teammates this week, preparing for the start of the new season. Instead, the 7-time All-Star center for the Phoenix Mercury has been in Russian custody for 75 days. Now the U.S. government considers Griner, quote, wrongfully detained, a change in designation that means officials will no longer wait for her case to wind its way through Russian courts and will seek to negotiate her return.
Come on, everybody. Let's end Prohibition now, at last, forever, and give clemency to Sir Leonard Peltier and all the nonviolent 420 cannabis prisoners. We love you. We're here for you. And it's my job and duty and pleasure for the rest of my life dedicated to bringing home a Hemp parade. Hey, everybody. That was totally the beginning of our show, and I'm going to keep it rolling here and share our screen here and start our movie. I'll stop it periodically, and we'll Mom, Crazy Mom, you can totally speak out over this. Can you say hey?
I can, hey.
Okay, so I can hear you above that. We're going to start our movie now, and if there's something that you want me to stop, and you have something burning that you want to say, and we'll stop the movie. We'll talk about it. So let's just sit back and watch a movie today. Everybody out in Weedland and Weedsday land, know that the prisoners are our primary deal here. Is that we make all of our food to give to them, and we're going to be doing a concert, a big one, and a golf tournament just for them. So we're really excited to have you all today. And it's Jeff Eichen. Here's my movie I made like 6 years ago when Jeff was freed. He's been freed for like 7 years now, and he got parole finally, so he can smoke and be a regular human. But still, we need clemency for all of them, so they don't have a record. This is ridiculous. So here comes the movie. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here with Lifers Madness, the movie. Enjoy our short edited version here and our full-length version at lifersthemovie.com. And remember, nobody deserves to be in jail for a plant. Hemp hooray, and thank you for joining us. Jeff Mazansky was in jail for 2.5 grams for 21.9. There's something happened to you.
What I'm hoping is that it actually brings awareness to people of the harm it's doing, not only the guys that are locked up, but their families. And how much the money they're spending keeping these guys locked up for something that the Lord put here for us to use. It just don't make sense to me. So, if spending this time in prison means getting that done, then it'll be worth it.
What's wrong with this picture? Cocaine is a Schedule 2 drug. Marijuana is Schedule 1 with heroin. Paper, fiber, fuel, medicine, and food. So please, let's get our prisoners, bring them home. And let's not forget, this is officially the war on people. And here we go. Okay, go.
That's it.
Lady marijuana, make our peace grow. It's old and yet so beautiful down in our soul. If fire burns inside me, keep her from the cold. So warm and yet so beautiful down in my soul. The fire burns, my lady marijuana. Watch it burn down, down in my soul. The lady marijuana, make our peace grow.
Lifers, scene 1 + 1, take 1.
So old and yet so beautiful down in our soul. So old and yet so beautiful down in our soul.
We're here with Jeff Mazansky, all the way in Jefferson City Correctional Center, and we're going to be talking today about the beginning of our movie, and we're going to find out a little bit about Jeff's life.
Well, actually, I think the first time was a little less than an ounce. The second time, I actually had about 6 ounces, but I had to take a sales charge that my nephew made as well, 1 ounce.
Right.
Okay, and the third time, I had 2.5 grams in my pocket, so I got caught for acting in concert. It was 3 minor, it was all marijuana, is what I was actually stopped getting.
You know, it's really interesting being on the outside looking in, because we don't know how you feel. We don't know. We do know the injustice, but we're not you, so we don't feel it. But our compassion, especially as hamsters, you know, is a little bit of rage.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Did you pray for it?
I prayed for it, but being in here, I was really not privy to a lot of that.
Because you didn't get news.
We get news on the TV, and I hear things here and there, and a little bit out of the newspapers. But as far as the affected, it really must be out there. And I probably still don't know it all. You know, I just am now really catching up on a lot of things,
Sure.
like the medical marijuana, how it's helping. I see where it's helping the kids that are having the epileptic.
Charlotte's Web.
Right.
So I'll pause it here for a second, everybody, and we'll come back to it in a second here. Let's see if we can rejoin our people here. So it's Jeff Eichen here, and we are watching. We're watching the movie that I made, and it's really exciting. And we have a Crazy Mom there. And have you got to see some of it, Crazy Mom?
I have. I've had to walk away, but I have been watching, and I will go back and watch again just to make sure I got it all. Yeah, that it just blows my mind. 2.5 grams. And that's basically in my bowl right now. What the fuck?
That was his third strike, and that was Ronald Reagan. That was the war on drugs, Nancy and Ronnie. And Ronnie Badani, Ronnie. And that's where it all started. And nobody, 1937, we made pot illegal, and all the war outfits were made out of hemp for victory, and everything. What I'm wearing, this vest is all hemp. We made it in Vietnam. My hat is hemp. I just got this hat from the Oregon Country Fair guy. And I mean, come on, everybody. What the hell? It's as beautiful as expensive linen or silk. And that you're telling me that that this is the way it is. So yeah, so that's Jeff Mazansky, and he's home now. He was supposed to come on today, but we'll do another watch and have him on to play with us. But yeah, that's our movie, everybody. We're rolling along here. There's going to be some more testimonials and some more exciting information on the movie. And let's get back to the movie. It's kind of fun going back and forth here. Let's see if I can do this here. Boom. Boom. Okay, so I'm going to optimize our sound. We got a little fire up. If you got them, smoke them, everybody. And here we go.
You heard about that stuff. Yeah, and that's great. But how about all these kids that suffered through all these years because of the lies that we were told?
It's reefer madness.
There you go. That was one of the first ones.
That was greed for paper.
Look here, from what I read, we got, if I'm not mistaken, I might be quoting it wrong, but isn't it about 4 acres of hemp can save 7 acres of trees?
Right.
Okay.
Because of all the products it is good for.
Exactly.
Paper, fiber, fuel, medicine, and food.
They buried their pharaohs with it.
They have seeds in the ferrets. I heard
Exactly.
that. Just recently I heard that. Yeah, that was
That's
really
right.
cool.
And that's right. Our first president we had, George Washington, had a hemp field.
The dollar bill.
Declaration is printed on hemp. In fact, is when we were fighting for our independence, what were we fighting for? And the right to have freedom.
Right.
Do we really have it now? I don't think so. We have some freedoms. We're losing a lot of them. But for something that's not hurting people, they're taking away and locking you up.
Right.
What kind of freedom is that? Because, and I'll tell you why they're locking you up, because somebody decided that bought a lot of trees that they wanted to make paper products out of it, and they had the money, big business, to pay the right people to get it made illegal.
This is during the William Randolph first time.
Amen. That's right. So, I've been trying to learn all the facts I can about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I've come a long way from where I was. But
They're making a hemp car now? They
I-
make hemp plastic.
I seen that on the news, and
The hemp car is cool.
I about fell out of our bunk when I was walked in. I said I couldn't believe that. That's great. So why are we paying farmers now to leave their fields unplanted when we could be planting hemp in there, using it and developing a whole big industry instead of importing it from China?
Right.
It's just happening, everybody, right about now. Hemp is getting more popular for building materials and plastic. There's a hemp battery now. It helps with global warming.
Unless there's a major change in fortunes, we will lose it to the bank if we don't sell it and go.
So let's step up, everybody. Free the people, free the plant, clemency, reform, and restitution.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, thank you.
Good people don't smoke marijuana. Are we going to see more marijuana use? It's not going to be good. This drug is dangerous. You cannot play with it. It's not funny. It's not something to laugh about. There's something happening.
We love you, Jeff Sessions.
These high school boys and girls are having a hop at the local soda fountain. Innocently they dance. Innocent of a new and deadly menace lurking behind closed doors. Marijuana, the burning weed with its roots in hell.
If you want a drink, Phil, try one of these.
You will meet Bill, who once took pride in his strong will as he takes the first step toward enslavement.
Now I can feel play.
Smoking the soul-destroying reefer, they find a moment's pleasure, but at a terrible price. Debauchery, violence, murder, suicide, and the ultimate end of the marijuana addict. Hopeless It's insanity.
Can you imagine they made this movie and they believed it? I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Your son is just introduced.
I can't believe it. They made that movie, The Reefer Madness.
I'm like, yeah, did you know if we smoke a joint, apparently we have an affair? My sister's like, really? Didn't know that.
No, we kill people and jump out windows.
How does that feel? I don't understand why. Because he was state legal. I mean, he had top attorneys in the state to make sure he was state legal. And then for them to say in there that he wasn't, I don't know how that, is legal. I don't know how our government can treat us like that.
How can you take somebody out of circulation for almost 22 years in December for marijuana convictions?
There's something happening here.
I'm at a loss of words right now. I just hope the parole board does the right thing and sees the injustice in a sentence and releases him.
That was Jeff Mazansky's brother and son. And he was still in jail when we were talking to them in Missouri. Look, I'm at the White House, everybody. You got to get out there, everybody, to do your thing and to raise the vibration.
During that 10-year period, that's when I actually started speaking out against these failed policies of drug prohibition. And it was during that time when I first heard of law enforcement against prohibition and found their website and joined. And then I actually started publicly speaking. I officially became a lead speaker in 2008. And then on the board a year after that. And then I actually gave up policing, period, just to become the executive director of LEAD. And during the past 8 years, I tell you, I've worked harder in my life than ever before. And it's very, very rewarding. Until late. It is not exhausting because of the rewards that come from this great work. Jeff, the same kind of work that you do when it's something that your heart is really into and that you're passionate about, and all the work that comes with it. Yes, trying to end prohibition policies, we still do that. Gaining a lot of ground with marijuana. We still have a long way to go with these other drugs. But we broaden our platform to include issues like the one of Alice Johnson, right? Of people who are incarcerated, who have been incarcerated, who shouldn't be incarcerated.
Young people speaking their minds.
If you want to grow roses, if you want to grow caladiums, nobody has a problem with that. So where did this concept originate that our government could stop us from
It's my weekly show.
Plant that God put here for our benefit? And so I've had to change these laws for more than 4 decades now.
They created a law that would effectively be legal for them to imprison thousands, if not millions of people for a plant that proven to be one of the most beneficial plants on the planet for fighting all numbers of diseases and disorders. Studies have proven that that plant grows anywhere for anybody. And it grows wild, and like you say, it grows in ditches, it grows everywhere that's needed. It's God's gift to the human race, and it's just a racist law that has been debunked. And here we are, 2017, and we're still struggling with the legalization. There's still people in jail for it.
My message is, just live life to the fullest. But
Crazy Mom, are you happy we got Tommy Chung?
Yes, I've heard a lot about Tommy Chung because I talked to Solo about you and everybody on the show. Every time he gets off the show, I'm the first person he talks to. I was having a hard time hearing it when I first started trying to hear you guys. So he would just replay everything that went on the whole show for me.
So are you hearing it now? Is it working good? Great. Well, here's Tommy Chung.
whatever you're doing, just do it to the fullest. Whether it's learning or in between learning, whatever you're doing, just take advantage of the fact that you're alive, and go for it. That's my message to everybody. Go for it.
Fantastic. And do you feel like telling us the circumstances about how you got arrested for pot?
Oh, I got busted 03. It was the Bush administration were just invading Iraq, and they needed some diversion from the press, and so they went after the hippies, and I happened to be the only targeted hippie standing, and so they came out and they gave me an offer that I couldn't refuse. Either go to jail or they would come after my son and my wife, and that's the federal government. So I decided to take the deal.
Did they actually threaten you?
Oh yeah.
Son of a gun.
Well, there's a prison culture in America.
I was innocent. It wasn't my company.
There's private prisons, everybody. Let's end them now.
Illegally. We had a business license. It was just the Bush administration going after the bong industry. In their mind, they're going after those evil drug pushers. And as a result, I was kind of hinted that I would get a house arrest, but I ended up getting 9 months in the federal prison and becoming a felon.
So as a victim of imprisonment for nonviolence associated with marijuana, what was your experience on the inside?
It was very good, very spiritual. I went in there with an open mind, open heart, and I wanted to make the best of it. I felt like I was a journalist embedded with the troops, because you can't beat the government. Government is too powerful, and if they want you, they get you.
And what's your take on 3 strikes?
Oh, it's horrendous. The whole marijuana law, all the drug laws, they're all racist laws, including Prohibition. Prohibition was a racist law too. They were going after Italians and Germans and French for their wine and their beer, and they're going after the black and the Latinos for their love of marijuana. So all these laws that are still in the books are racist laws, much like the anti-gay movement.
And you know about Uruguay, that Uruguay, the president of Uruguay, do you know about them?
No, tell me.
It's the only country in the world where they're using marijuana freely right now, and hemp.
Where's this at? Where is that?
In Uruguay.
Oh, Uruguay. Oh, I love that. Oh, great. I love that. I'm going to go move there. I love that.
Uruguay is the best.
We're here on the planet to learn, and the only way we learn is by making mistakes. And that's the government, and that's human beings. And so all these mistakes that are made teaches us something. I was incarcerated for selling bombs.
Okay, and I got a last question for you here. What are your plans and dreams to end prohibition and assist the lifers to see the light and be freed?
Everything that happens on this planet happens for a reason. And prohibition happened for a reason. And I think one of the reasons was that it gave
plant or to explore its different uses. We were forced to do it on our own, on the black market side. It cures a lot more illnesses than any other substance on Earth. And so we're moving into the age of enlightenment. That's where we're at. That's where we're at.
That's fantastic. I'm really proud of you. Any last words?
No, it's just that my battery ran out. You got the last one just in time. Call me again anytime you need something.
This is Tommy Chung for Lifers Madness.
I heard also, and your name was again?
Brothers.
Hi, pleasure. That the revolution will begin with confession. You know.
Absolutely, because the end destination is not reform, but it is really transformation.
Yes.
And that transformation means that we create a new kind of world in which the racialized hierarchy, the ways in which capital is used to disempower people as opposed to providing people with the quality of life that we all deserve, has got to be the end destination. And so when we can begin to think differently about the distribution of compassion, of care, of notions of justice, of notions of healing, of notions of well-being, of notions of embracing the diversity of the world, and driven by the spirit which is common to us all,
right,
then I think we can reach a new kind of way that speaks to a new world order that embraces all of us and affirms our fundamental human rights and our fundamental human dignity.
So everybody, Jim Crow is about the disproportionate of blacks, Hispanics, and people of color in jail for the same thing. But Three Strikes does not have any color. And Jeff Mazansky was in jail for 21.9 for 2.5 grams, everybody.
Hey everybody, this is Jeff for Lifers the Movie. I'm at the White House, everybody, and I just am praying that we let all the prisoners out and that we have prohibition to end on marijuana and possibly all drugs. I think that it's a great time to follow the gay marriage paradigm and step it up into Congress. And Jeff is approving this message, everybody. It's not Mission Impossible. It's Jeff at the White House.
Optimistic about that, Jeff, but somewhere down the road, hopefully in our lifetime, we will see cannabis legalized in the whole United States and around the world, so that when we can go on vacation, we can enjoy cannabis in a free society.
State park and a national park.
Yeah, right.
Chris and Mickey inspired me to do what I'm doing.
Welcome to Lifers a Movie.
Thank you. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah? Chris,
Yeah, it's definitely helpful to get where you're going, and definitely with this, everybody needs help with this. They can't do it by themselves or at all when you're in jail, right?
yeah, and so the movie, when I start to really fly this movie around, do my second movie, is going to be totally, a game changer to assist the regular people to know. Most of our testimonials are so, grounded and not, people like Breezy, your friend Breezy Solo, he says we're not, the quote unquote stereotypical stoners and don't get anything done. Everybody in my movie is articulate and wanting to have the goodness of the plant be freed again.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
I don't get the lazy stoner thing because now that we're legal here in Canada, Ontario, like everybody still does what they need to do, whether you were a stoner before or whether you just got into it because now you're allowed to. You know, like I call myself a stoner, but if I didn't have my medication, my knees won't freaking do what they need to. My back seizes up like crazy. I have a neck problem that I can't even turn my neck when I don't have CBD. So like this stuff means a lot to me. And yes, I like my high on the side, but that's just an extra perk to my medicine.
Well, our parents got to use alcohol in a responsible way, those of them who did, to relax. And this is a new generation, a next generation, and the plant is here for a reason on the planet. I mean, I have a friend, Jason, his name is Wilfred in Netflix. He was a really famous, incredible Netflix dude, and he came on my show and he's talking about doing, cannabis is from another planet, and cracking the code with a new series about the ancient, healing properties of the plant and why it's here.
Yep.
You know,
everybody needs to be educated because there's so many people that still are not educated. Until they actually are educated, it's going to still be a fight. So the more people that get the education out there, the more people eventually let it sink in and hear it.
yeah, well, I think film is food, and that we can reach more people, 300 people, 600 people, 1,000 people in a auditorium watching a movie, and then they leave and they talk about it, so listen to Kirsten here. She's my friend. I just talked to her this week. She lives down the street from me about 10 minutes. Listen to Kirsten.
Young people speaking their mind.
I'm Kirsten. My friend Jeffrey came over today to talk with me about medicinal cannabis and my personal experience with it. I proceeded to go to my deathbed very quickly. Before staple removal, I had an explosion on the chest wall that grew very rapidly. It was an open necrotic tumor. At last measure, with home health nurses coming every day, it topped out around 39 by 39 centimeters. At that point, I was in no shape for cannabis cultivation, even trying to find it.
Recording
I had
in
no way
progress.
to begin. I was so grateful. From there, it just kind of expanded. I started learning about the plant. I realized very quickly that the plant isn't only beneficial for cancer, it's beneficial for pretty much anything that ails a person, depending on how you deliver it into your body, either topically, through a raw tincture that you can make yourself very simply, through inhalation for the 9 lung nodules via vaporization, as well as golden milk with activated cannabis flower in it. I use it topically as well. So there are lots of different ways to get it in you. There are lots of different reasons, as many reasons as there are people who suffer. There's a lot of suffering, I believe, at the hands. It's compounded by the pharmaceutical industry. Chemotherapy really messed with my body. It was down to supplements, self-administered, and cannabis. So when I first used the cannabis, I was afraid. I was absolutely terrified. I felt I'd be in a situation where I'd ingested something and I would experience an inescapable terror for X number of hours. I had deep concern and genuine fear, actually. So I ingested cannabis for the first time just before our daughter went to school. We all piled onto the bed to watch a movie before we headed out driving across the country to school. I'd say 30, 45 minutes after I consumed cannabis, an inexplicable peace and joy came over me. It was the first escape from cancer, from diagnosis, from PTSD, I'm sure, from all of the horrible care, all of the horrible things perpetrated in hospitals. I had joy, peace. It was a gift from God. And I didn't believe in it. I used to say sarcastically, if your back hurts because you roller skated and you hurt yourself, young person, just own it. You like cannabis, just smoke your cannabis, enjoy it, and don't use excuses. Own your stuff. I was pride, and I had a big fall, and it's okay. The future, I would like to see the leaves, raw leaves, available bulk in the grocery store produce section. I believe they're that vital and important. You've got a body full of CBD receptors, most of them in your brain. God put them there for a reason, and he put this plant here for a reason, two puzzle pieces that fit together. Nature is the pharmacist. I thank you so much, Jeffrey. I thank Lifers, the movie, for what they're doing, for raising awareness in a tragic situation where we are essentially indentured to the pharmaceutical industry in the name of profit. I resent it and I reject it outright. For children, for the children who have improved, who benefit immensely because of a plant that their parents were brave enough to find, they risk so much doing that. There's such a stigma. There's danger. There's risk. You don't feel safe sometimes growing plants at your property. You wonder who's watching. When a plane flies over, you wonder if they're going to come and rip out your stuff. It's what I have. It's all I have at this point, besides the water I drink and the supplements I take and the prayers. I'm here because we prayed for a mighty miracle and we watched it front and center.
My hope about reform is really just that if there is problems with substance for people, that they get the help that they need. And incarceration for profit, I don't believe is the answer.
I really love meeting you, and this has been eye-opening, a pleasure, and I'm going to be with your family this weekend, and this is the beginning, Jeff.
Well, there's a lot more to be said, and I'm hoping one day I'll be able to be out there say it.
Missouri man who thought he would be spending his life behind bars just walked out of the prison where he spent the last 21 years. Jeff Bezansky was given life without parole for a nonviolent offense involving marijuana, but his sentence was recently commuted. He walked away from the Jefferson City Correctional Center around 8 o'clock this morning, surrounded by family. His 2 decades of pain ended with Missouri's 3 strikes law was repealed in 2014, followed by a 390,000 signatures on a petition calling for his release. Then in May, Missouri Governor Jay Nixon commuted his sentence.
This is the beginning. It's such a pleasure to meet you, and we're with Jeff Mazansky, and we're so happy to have you.
Praise the Lord.
Okay, thank you so much.
Y'all started something big a long time ago. You've seen it years and years ago, and other people didn't. Make an example that even though you threw away the key on me, I am a human being, and I'm trying to do the best I can.
George was in
So
lockdown.
this is Jeff, and I'm with Landon and his mom, and they're going to tell you a little bit about the Canna Moms and cannabis. Do you like cannabis?
Yes.
And
George Monterano was in lockdown for like 2 years, and I said to George on an interview, how much daylight did you get every day? He says try 4 hours or 3 hours a week.
Has it helped you?
Yes.
And what is your story? What happened before you had cannabis?
Cancer changed and it made me sick.
And so what has marijuana and cannabis done for you?
It helped me grow my hair back and it helped me feel better.
You're the best, man. You're a hero. And so are you still using cannabis for, is it your favorite healing power?
It is.
And do you have it in juice?
Yeah.
Or do you eat it? Do you have food for him or juice?
Yeah, all of it. I eat organic food.
You eat organic food? Yeah, that's true.
Tell them about my story.
Sure. Hi, this is Sierra Riddle, and Landon and I are here in Seattle to help spread Team Landon's message and the Cannamom message of, treating our terminally ill children with cannabis over narcotics and pharmaceuticals that, delay them and put them in a fog and, regress our children's development while they're fighting these terminal illnesses. And, we're happy to run into you guys again. And that was over a year ago at Denver 420. And, as you can see, Landon's still doing really amazing. He's still cancer free. And, it's just been such an incredible journey for all of us really to be on. Sure, go ahead, man. What do you want to say?
I want to say Tanner sucks.
No, don't say that.
Cannabis sucks cancer. Right, Mom?
Yes.
Okay, say it.
Cannabis sucks cancer.
Yeah.
Well, watch it.
That's your mic. Oh, thank you. Okay. So your name is Landon? So Landon just reached the camera and focused on my face, and that's very nice. So he's learning how to be a cameraman. Yeah, you're a little man now. You're doing great. So let me go push it on your face. Yeah, there we go. Got it. How'd that feel?
How about turn melon?
Many thousands of years ago, cannabis was.
So tell me the 8-year-old is lying. There's another testimonial. What do you think, Mom? You still with us, Crazy Mom? Okay, here's Dr. Machulam, everybody, the father of THC molecule.
Both in China and in the Middle East, in essentially those fields in which we use them today. I'm a natural products chemist. I work on the chemistry of compounds found in plants and animals. And I was a little bit surprised to find out that morphine had been isolated in the 19th century, and cocaine was known also a long time. The chemistry of cannabis was not that well known. People, very good people, had worked on it, but the active compound had apparently never been isolated in pure form, and although its structure was guessed more or less, it was not really known. Now that's not just a chemical problem, because there is no way there is pharmacology or clinical work can be done with compounds that are not well defined. Pharmacology, modern clinical work has to be done in exact terms. And I asked the police whether they can give me a little bit, and they said no problem. So I went there, I took 5 kilograms of hashish, and went on a bus. People were quite surprised by the strange smells that were around. And we started working. Then it turned out that we had broken the laws, and the police had broken the laws, so we were not allowed to do that, and we should have got permits from the Israeli NIH.
Thank you, Mr. President, for clemency.
Thank you, Mr.
Raphael Machulam is 96 years old now. Willie's 90, I think. Tommy Chong's 85. I mean, come on, hike. How old's Bruce Springsteen? I mean, he's going on tour. So do your work, everybody. Speak out.
Mr. President, for clemency.
Thank you, Mr. President, for clemency.
Thank you, Mr. President, for clemency.
Thank you, Mr. President, for clemency.
They didn't teach us in public school. They didn't teach us in high school. They didn't teach us in college that the number one plant on earth had marijuana for paper, for fiber, for fuel, for food, for protein, and for medicine. Number one, greater than all the rest. The King Kong plant to the planet that was outlawed, stolen out of our education, so we and our parents would grow up ignorant of what everybody knew in the world 100 years ago. And they outlawed it, and I grew up, and most of us grew up. I was in my mid-30s before I found out that marijuana was hemp. I want to hear how many of you knew this information 10 years ago? How many of you know this information now? It's time to get together and tumble down their walls and let people out of jail. We have 200,000 Americans in prison for something I did this afternoon.
That was the granddaddy of marijuana, everybody. And that was incredible. Jack Hare, who wrote the book Emperors and started this movement. I'm so proud of Jack. We'll hear him again and then come into Mr. Jeff Mazansky upon his freedom. Jeff, I can hear with Weedsdays.
Spending this time in prison means getting that done. Then I'll be worth it.
Jeff, I can hear with Lifers the movie. I'm sticking to my story. Thank you all for joining in here and watching this incredible story of people, yes, still in prison for life, for a plant, and for nonviolent crimes. It's time to level the playing field and to tell your authorities and globally to end prohibition. We can do this, folks. We have to. It will manifest in so many different ways across the board. Hemp, hemp, hooray. I mean what I say. Reform, clemency, and restitution. It's a good time to speak up and through film, share this with the world and end global prohibition.
This is Chung for Lifers. Madness.
I'm Amy Proba.
And I'm Jeff Bezansky.
And we're for lifersthemovie.com. Free the plant, free the
Jeff is
prisoners.
free.
Free plant, free prisoners. Free the planet, free the prisoners.
Free the plant, free the prisoners.
There's something happened in you.
There's Jeff, everybody, free as a bird.
So share this movie and share your thoughts and keep the conversation going. Jeff Eichen for lifersthemovie.com. Blessings.
Lifer Madness.
To end this war on people.
But the one feeling I will never forget is that I had to return back to my cell and look at my friends who were still serving life without parole and had to tell them that I was going home. It was one of the hardest things that I ever had to do. And though they were grateful and happy for me and told me don't worry about it, that one day they would get their chance, in the back of my mind I knew that the percentages were that they were going to die right there in that cell that I was standing in with them.
Okay, shalom aleichem, everybody. That was quite the afternoon there. I'm gonna come back, see if Mom is on. There's Mom. What do you say, crazy Mom? Unmute yourself.
That was awesome.
What the hell, right?
You're on mute.
I'm on mute. Oh, have I been on mute this whole time?
You know you're on mute.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
There you go.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, that was great. I'm so glad I was here to watch that.
Oh yeah, you got the bonus round here. This is like Jeopardy, and you're in the bonus round.
Right? I feel super stoked about that.
And we even talked about it a little bit. I was talking to you during the movie, and I was on mute. I had no idea I was on mute.
I thought I seen your lips going, but then I thought he's a busy guy. Maybe he's on a call.
No.
Oh, shoot. I should have called you out on it and said, are you on a call or are you talking to me?
Yeah, baby. Well,
I was watching, so I seen your lips going, but again, I thought you were on the call.
any highlights that hit your heart?
Yes. Oh, that little boy. I thought I'm gonna start crying on the Jeff show. Oh my god. Yeah. Kids just get me there, right? Like I'm already an emotional nutcase, and then you put a kid in there, and yeah, he was doing well, and I thought that was amazing. I loved his little message. It was great.
Well, can you imagine baby Landon saying, what did cannabis do for you? Is the only question I asked him, and he said, it made my hair grow back.
Yeah.
What the heck? I mean, come on. Marijuana, everybody, safer than alcohol,
Right.
And
Yes.
oh, look, I put your quote on. Do you have a closing quote for us?
I can get one. Just hold on. I wasn't that prepared. I'm not solo breezy.
Hey.
Oh, this one's a quick, easy one again. Nobody's thing. Just what's stopping you?
So say that again.
What's stopping you?
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, how about when Kirsten was talking about her cancer?
Yeah. Because of my pain and stuff, I really took her story to heart, because yes, anything having to do with cancer is gotta be like a whole mind fuck, and for her to be able to go, I feel at peace, or at least with peace with the earth kind of thing, where she wasn't feeling that way at all before that. So I get that, because once I realized that I could put marijuana in my pain cream, and my sister now can take a walk and not know she has knees or stuff like that, I was just like, wow. And then it just became a whole thing. We're calling it Miracle Cream, and I was like, oh, it's just us, it's just in our heads, it's just because you love me and I love you, and it's all in our head. So I started giving it away, and people were calling me up and saying, "Oh my God, this is the miracle green you claim it is." So I was like, wow. And people were doing it. Don't get me wrong. It wasn't like I made it up myself, but just the being able to make something and find that you're getting rid of your inflammation pain or your knee pain or, you know, like all that kind of thing is just amazing. And then we started making gummies and all this stuff. And I was just like, yeah, pop a gummy if you got a headache. And, you know, my sister's like, yep, just pop the gummy, got rid of my headache. So it's just like fascinating what the plant can actually do for you. And like you said, you can make the clothes out of the rest of it. Like there's no reason why you would throw anything out of the weed plant at all.
I made cannabis pesto the other day from the leaves.
Nice.
And I put it in a big jar, and I'm just putting those on some vegan coconut tortillas and eating them away. It feels really good. It doesn't get me, you know, high. And so everybody, we're on a Weeds Day. We're really blessed to have episode 119. Soon we'll be. Oh, we are on POD TV, and soon we will be on. Oh no, we are on Roku and maybe Netflix one of these days. We're going to hook up with Jason Gann and do some of his Wilfred. Wilfred has an incredible sale on their cigarettes. Look, these are hemp cigarettes, everybody. And that's the Wilfred brand. And so there's Jason in his doggy outfit. And so don't forget to not smoke the man's cigarettes. There's formaldehyde in there and bad paper, and try to vape, everybody. You know, it's a little bit cleaner. Edibles are fine. I don't like to get that high. I am totally ready for hempcrete. This is a hempcrete ball, everybody, all made out of hemp. And to make a house on my property, a dojo for my next Canna goddess that's going to spend the rest of her life here, helping me to explode this, you know, this prohibition thing. So it's Jeff Eichen with Weeds Day. We're really blessed to have Crazy Mom on. And any final words, Crazy Mom?
I can show you another painting because while you were talking, I ran in the house earlier.
Okay. Whoa, did you just make that?
Yeah, just while I was in the house. No, I actually made it at Halloween last year.
Oh,
I
great.
made ghosting.
That's a beauty. Have you ever done marble paper in the bathtub?
No.
Do you know what that is?
No, but I did start dipping glasses the other day with sort of the marble effect on the glasses. So yeah, you never know what I'm going to do.
So you would dip the marble glass into the paint, then pull it out, and the outside of the glass would turn marble?
Yeah.
Wow, I love that.
Nail polish. That one there is done with nail polish, so I thought that was super weird.
Do you go to the thrift store and buy old bottles of nail polish? Because they're expensive.
No, I'm foolish. I buy them. I don't go to Shoppers Drug Mart.
Okay.
I would go to like a dollar store. So I'm not foolish, but no, I don't think it's secondhand.
Okay. Oh, that's a beauty. That's a good one.
This one I made on purpose, trying to make a marijuana leaf.
Getting close. It's cosmic. Yeah, that's a beauty. That would be good for our T-shirt. Wait. Hold that one back up. The other one. Okay, give us a 3 with 3 fingers for our thank you. Yeah.
Hold on, I want my 3 fingers that don't have a Band-Aid on it.
Okay. And let me see your face a little bit. Right there. Cool. Okay, we got it. That's our thank you poster for today, everybody.
Yes,
and
it is.
And we're looking at incredible Crazy Mom's incredible art that's maybe, you know, crypto cannabis, you know, imbibed, you know, and yeah, cannabis is good for all the jazz musicians back in the 30s and 40s. They'd sit in the back alley smoking and playing music. And so nobody can tell us that we should settle for having any more people in jail. So everybody, just do your thing. And I'm going to be out of here today. It's been a pleasure having a Weeds Day and watching our film. We'll get more people in. We'll watch it again. Everybody tell me when they want to see it again. And you can go to Lifers Madness, the movie, or lifersthemovie.com. And I'll wait to see that it comes up on my scrolly bar here. It says 420's behind bars. We are coming for you. Hemp, hemp, hooray. And then it's going to say that we're having a big fundraiser announcement today. That is definitely for our golf tournament, for our new movie, and which is about the families, and for the prisoners concert we're going to do. So we're calling out for Snoop and Willie Nelson. So you go to relief-foundation.org, and you can also go to lifersthemovie.com, everybody. So let's support freeing Leonard Peltier also. I'm reading my little scrolly bar here for you. And happy day in DC. Amy and Weldon went to DC a couple weeks ago, went right in and talked to the pardon director. So we're getting closer, everybody. We're hanging around some incredible reformers. This show's gone a little bit over today because we watched our movie. Happy Labor Day for all the laborers. And thank you for Hollywood for premiering Michael Thompson, who was released. And I went in and got a picture with Michael Thompson. Here's me and Michael Thompson in prison with his lawyer, and they had a movie. So just produced. So everybody send your dough to relief-foundation.org, and there's a donation button that'll help me to bring the word out larger and bigger. Final words, Crypto Mom, Crazy Mom.
So my quote for Solo is "What's stopping you?" which is such a great one, because what is stopping any of us from doing what we want? The world is our oyster, as they say. So yeah, this has been great. I really appreciate you letting me be on the show, and watching that movie was amazing. I'm really glad that I got to watch it with you, which was fun.
It's free on lifersthemovie.com. The longer version is there, so you can watch it with your family or your friends, and smoke them if you got them. Everybody, I'm gonna roll out of here with the share screen and do our exit here strategy. And it's so nice to see you and to meet you. You're welcome anytime on our show. And here's our incredible, let's see if I can get our incredible, we don't have any, there it is. Okay, so we're gonna go boom, and we're gonna go, here we go. Hemp Parade. $119, everybody. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff Eichen here, and we have a Weedsday today. It's movie day, movie Wednesday, and we're going to show my movie, the condensed version today. And here's the classic poster that I condensed here for our condensed version of Lifers Madness, the movie. So enjoy your Weedsday. It's my pleasure to bring that to you every day. And all you prisoners that are still in jail for POT, for weed, for this plant here, please know that we're coming for you. And we love you so much. And you can read my t-shirt, and I don't have to say any more. So happy Weedsday. Hemp, hemp, hooray. And we are brave, and we are happy that we can be the word of reason. So everybody listen to everybody today, and just hug your children, your animals, your plants, and know that we're coming for you, all prisoners. Hemp, hemp, hooray.
with their teammates this week, preparing for the start of the new season. Instead, the 7-time All-Star center for the Phoenix Mercury has been in Russian custody for 75 days. Now the U.S. government considers Griner, quote, wrongfully detained, a change in designation that means officials will no longer wait for her case to wind its way through Russian courts and will seek to negotiate her return.
Come on, everybody. Let's end prohibition now, at last, forever, and give clemency to Sir Leonard Peltier and all the nonviolent 420 cannabis prisoners. We love you. We're here for you. And it's my job and duty and pleasure for the rest of my life dedicated to bringing Hemp Parade. Thank you, everybody, for joining us today. It's been really fun. Went over a little bit of time to watch the movie. Got to see baby Landon and Kirsten and all the people, including Tommy Chung, say that marijuana, excuse me, cannabis is the perfect plant. And so I'm right here, and it's got more medicinal properties and building properties, and it'll clean the soil, it'll clean the air. And what the hell, we have hempcrete now to build homes out of with an R value of like 9 or something. That's way better than gypsum or concrete. So everybody, do the right thing. Have lots of sexy nights with your cannabis, and make cannabis pesto, and just get the word out so we can end prohibition. And thank you so much, crazy mom, for coming on. Nice to meet you. And you got some beautiful plants going. We love having you. And we're out of here. Final words.
It's been great. Thank you. I appreciate you having me on. It's been so much fun.
Well, you're welcome to come on back with Solo and anytime, and give me a shout if there's anything else we can do for you. Hemp Parade, everybody, and thank you so much. We're out of here.
See ya.
Hemp Parade, everybody. Okay. So, oh, that's the reason that didn't glow.